Hi, I'm Maya Vander. Today I'm in Brickell Key at the residences of Mandarin Oriental. So this project, I heard about it, and when I walked in here, I felt like I'm in a resort somewhere in like Asia. So I'm very, very curious and excited about it because I think this project is taking Brickell and Miami to the next level. So let's check it out. So I'm here with Adrian. He's hi, thanks for having me. By the way, you're matching the whole color theme over here. Like,
yeah, I know, just for you.
I know, if I knew, I should have bought like a green jacket, like a pastel, like a natural color. It's beautiful. But Adrian, he's working here at the Mandarin Oriental Residences. He's the sales executive, right?
Right.
And he's going to tell us all about the project. And you know what, Adrian? Obviously, I heard about Mandarin Oriental for months. But just walking in here, it's such a nice surprise. I did not expect this. I feel like I'm in Bali or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, tell us all about it.
Yeah, it gives you a completely different feel. This is one of the most unique sales galleries and products that I've ever seen.
And that's the thing, like as soon as I walked in, I'm like, wow, they spend money on the sales gallery. And like when I see that, I'm like, okay, I can tell how the project is going to be already because they didn't save anything. And even it's just so beautiful.
Yeah, they did a lot of attention to detail here, from like the landscaping, which you can tell, the finishes, just the exposure to the water.
Yeah.
It's definitely something you have to experience for yourself.
So thanks for having us. And I want us to talk about the project. So obviously this is what do we see now? This is the sales gallery, I know, but is this going to be like the lobby of the hotel? Like tell us a little bit.
So this is the sales model. This area right here is actually designed by the designer who's doing the hotel component, right? So we wanted to give her a feeling of her style plus the style that comes with the residences. So we are going to have two buildings here, but we opened this sales gallery in October of last year, essentially. So now's a great time to come in and check it out because we show this beautiful room. You have the scale model, which actually shows the model of the building, and our beautiful model residence as well.
And we are in Brickell Key, which if some of you who are watching don't know, it's a private island, technically outside of Brickell. You can cross the bridge and you are like in the middle of the action, but Brickell Key is developed by 1995 by Swire?
So Swire has actually been building here they've been here for over 40 years.
Yeah.
So this island actually is about 44 acres. They bought about 33.6 out of the 44 acres. So they did most of everything on this island with the exception of 3 buildings. And this location that we're standing on now was actually the last piece. So they held this piece of land for last.
For the best.
Yeah, because they knew it was their best location.
So Swire also developed Brickell City Center, which is a beautiful mall here in Brickell. And they did Rise and Reach, and they're doing a very nice job. Like I gotta say, like they don't cut corners. Like, some of projects that we can see here in Florida. Yeah. But this is a beautiful location. It's kind of like isolated, but still you're like 5 minutes from the action. So I personally love Brickell Key. I always walk around here with my dog. You see dolphins. So let's show us the model of what's going to be happening in here.
Yeah. Let's go take a walk over to the scale model.
I want to hang in here every day.
I know.
You're very lucky that this is your office.
I am. It's going to be sad when we have to knock this down to start the construction. I might shed a couple tears, but we are very lucky to be here for sure.
So right now I'm seeing 2 towers. What am I seeing?
So basically what we're going to be building is 2 towers. We're going to be knocking down the existing Mandarin Oriental, which we just closed a couple weeks ago. The new hotel tower will be this one right here, which will also become the new flagship hotel for the Mandarin Oriental for North America. And that's very important because it's a very important project, not just for us, but also for the brand.
So hotel only?
So it's a mixture. Hotel on the bottom half, we will have some residences that we offer on the top section. But this one we have not launched for sales in regards to the residences that we will have. The one that we did is the taller tower that you see there to your right. That is the private residential tower, 66 stories, but only 228 residents.
Oh, wow. So it's very important to understand that, 66 stories sounds big, which it is big,
Yeah.
but if you have 200 something plus residences, it's very actually boutique-y.
Yeah.
So is it because they're flow-through units? Because you're starting at like what? You have 2 bedrooms here or you have
Yeah, so the footprint of the building is actually very large. It's actually bigger than what it appears here. So for example, my smallest unit is 2,300 square feet.
which is
And
big.
That's a 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath. And they
Very
go,
spacious.
Yeah. And they go from there all the way up to 5,800 square feet. So we kind of sell them like homes in the sky because that's really what they
Literally going to say a house in the sky.
Exactly.
So in the Mandarin Oriental, the minimum is 2 bedroom, 2,300 square feet.
Yeah.
What is the ticket? What do you call it? The
Price
ticket
point?
price? I mean,
Yeah.
ticket item. I guess?
Yeah. So the for the 2 bedrooms, you're gonna start around 5 million. 3 bedrooms, you're gonna start around 6.8. 4 bedrooms, you're gonna start around 11.4, and then 5 bedrooms, you're gonna start around close to 19.
The most important, the penthouse.
The penthouse, of course, actually the entire top 2 floors, the idea is to have the entire penthouse, which would be about 100 million for the penthouse.
Wow. Imagine if you sell that, that's like literally a record breaking.
Oh yeah,
In-
sure.
yeah.
Pretty record breaking in the area. We've had a couple clients interested, but none of them have pulled the trigger just yet. So if you know anyone that
I know, right? So I'm like, to all my California people. No, but you know what? It's, okay, so you have like the hotel plus residences. You have 200, how many units?
228.
28 units. And wow, I assume every unit, given we are on an island, will have a stunning view of the water.
Yeah. It's very unique because we put the tower, the residential, on the tip of the island. So you actually have water on 3 sides of the property. So because you're pretty much wrapped in water, almost every unit has water views and every bedroom within every unit has water views, which is very rare to say in Brickell.
Right.
Typically your master bedroom has great views and your second one's facing the city or whatever it is. But another nice thing about the way that we have the project designed is that the residential tower has its own separate amenities and services that are exclusive to that building, but they also have access to all of the amenities and services of the hotel. So it gives you the best of both worlds without giving away your privacy.
Right, so you have, because I see that they share some sort of like a common area.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the residences, the amenities. What can they expect to get here?
Yeah, so you actually have over 100,000 square feet of amenities.
Mm-hmm.
You would have 6 main pools, and that's not including hot tubs, cold plunge, and children's pools.
Cold plunge, check. This is the newest trend, right?
You have cold plunge here. You're gonna have 3 restaurants. All 3 restaurants are inside of the hotel.
Amazing.
That was by design. We didn't want to take away from the privacy of this building, but you have everything you can think of. This building has its own fitness center, sauna, steam room, hammam, multi-sports court, which is basketball, pickleball, paddle.
Beautiful.
We also have a movie screening room, everything you can want, plus all of the services of a Mandarin Oriental hotel.
Wow. I know that expected time of delivery, it's going to be 2029, 2030, right?
Yeah, 2030, because our
5 years.
Yeah, about 5 years from now, right? So the idea is
But if you get in today, in 5 years from now, it's probably going to appreciate because
yeah, I mean, that's kind of the trajectory, right? The trend that's kind of been happening. For us, we're actually planning to start construction next year, which is why we estimate 5 years. We think in 2030 is when we'll have the completion. But we're going to build both towers at the same time, which is fantastic because that way our residents here don't have to live through construction of this one for another 2 to 3 years.
That's actually good to know. What about parking? Are they doing valet? They're doing assigned parking? Depends on the size of the unit.
So it depends on the size of the unit. We have a mixture between valet and assigned plus valet. So, but the minimum any unit gets here is 2 valet spaces. That's the minimum. Nobody has less than 2. And then from there, it goes up to either 3 valets or an assigned plus valets or 2 assigned plus a valet. Depends on the size of the unit that we're talking about here. Yeah.
Now it's stunning. HOA fees.
HOA fee here is approximately $2.28 a square foot. Naturally, it's on a little bit on the higher side for Brickell, but it's because you do get a lot of amenities and services here, of course.
And you know what, HOA fees, look, when I moved here many years ago, I mean many, not that many, but when I moved here, HOA fees in Brickell, on average was like $1.50.
Yeah.
Obviously new construction now, everything went up, cost, right? So insurance, therefore you have to allocate more reserve towards your monthly HOA, so it is what it is.
It is what it is. And
I mean, if you have 5 minutes to spend on a unit, I'm sure you have also money for HOA fees.
And here we wanted to make sure that we are delivering a product with all the bells and whistles, especially when you're spending $5 million plus, right? So the HOAs, obviously there's a cost to have these services, these amenities and whatnot, but our clients that have bought here, they all obviously appreciate that and this is what they're looking for.
So let's talk about it for a second, and without specifically saying who are the buyers. Who are the buyers? Like, I assume overseas, domestic, because most of the ones I'm talking to, it's like domestic people, which is
within the U.S. Well, we do have a nice mix here in this building, at least as of now, right? What we're talking about, because we're approximately about 55% sold.
Which is very, very good, because people always ask me, how is the market? How is the market? Here's my honest opinion. Yeah. If you have a very unique, amazing product with like amazing views and like potentially like a good hospitality brand, I think you're fine. And you know, like compared to like other projects that like, okay, it's nice, but it's nothing special about it. So I think that checked the boxes.
And I think you're 100% correct. And that's exactly what we have here. Like I always look at new developments and I think about, has to be something that's unique, has to have a great brand, has to have a great developer as well.
Right. That's very important too. Yeah.
So here we launched the sales for the project a little over a year ago. We have about 55% of sales already done. It's been one of the fastest selling projects in the history of Brickell, but because it is very unique and regardless of the conditions that are out there, usually when you see it, clients kind of understand that this is one of one, right? It's almost impossible to replicate this project for a second time.
Yeah, because where do you get like land and view in Brickell? Like it's impossible. I mean, everything is, unless you knock down the four ambassador, but
exactly.
But so who are the buyers? Domestic, overseas?
So we have a nice mixture where domestic and international. As of now, the majority is domestic, meaning within the U.S.
Northeast mostly, California.
We get a mixture between down here south in Brickell, people in Florida, Northeast, of course, like New York, New Jersey, Chicago, Boston, and then also California, the West Coast as well. Yeah. Ever since COVID, as you know, there's been more and more people from California transitioning over here. But we do get clients from all over the world, from Saudi Arabia, Turks and Caicos, from everywhere, just because the brand is very well known.
So Adrian, I know what we're getting in the building already, which is amazing. We are hearing this beautiful unit.
Yeah, this is our sales model unit. It's almost like a vignette of what we're going to be offering, which is fantastic. But we really wanted to showcase all of the different finishes and the design.
So I love the floors. Are the unit is going to come with floors? The buyer has an option to choose. What are we?
Yes, it will come with natural stone flooring, which is an upgrade. You'll have actually 4 options to pick from. And the size is 24 by 48. So it's a large format stone, which is amazing. Yeah.
And the ceilings, how tall are they? Is it like 11, 12-foot ceilings?
So ceiling heights are going to be slab to slab 11 feet. Which is fantastic because normal in Miami is about 9 and luxury tends to be 10. And here we took it up another notch at about 11.
Because I also see the doors are very high. So that's very...
the doors are very high. You have those beautiful wood portals on the doors. So there's a lot of little attention to details here that you don't typically find in new construction.
And the columns, any columns inside the unit?
So most of my structural columns are actually located outside on the unit, on the terrace.
It's expensive to not do it in the unit, because I always wonder, why would they put columns in the unit?
Yeah. So usually developers and the engineers are limited on the size. So they have to put these big columns in the corner of your corner unit.
Yeah.
Here we have them designed on the outside so they don't eat up your interior space and you still maintain beautiful water views all the way around. And it'll be something like this, right? Just glass going all the way around, which is fantastic.
And the kitchen, what is the countertop? What material are we doing?
Kitchens are actually designed by Tristan Auer, our interior designer, but they're being built by Molteni, the Italian brand, which is fantastic. Gaggenau appliances. The countertop is a beautiful marble. So you have two style options to pick from there. And all Italian cabinetry.
And I'm looking right now at the model unit. The terrace are very large. Is it really going to be the terrace that size, or it's going to be slightly smaller?
Yeah, so our average size of terrace is about 1,000 square feet.
Oh, wow.
So I have some units that get as big as 2,800 square feet of just terrace. So these are the largest terraces you're going to find in Brickell. It's really an extension of your living room to put real dining tables outside, patio furniture, and really utilize the space. We went
at least in December to April. After that, I don't know about that. You want to be inside.
I know. We even went as far as designing these beautiful wet bars outside on the terrace. They have a little beverage cooler and a sink. There's something for outdoor entertainment as well.
We have a grill or no?
No grill, just the wet bar with the...
It's usually for hazard. You won't see like grills as much as it's not as...
Yeah, it's a little bit complex to put a grill out there because the fire department and everything like that, right? Fire code. One thing I will point out, aside from, the beautiful finishes, is you do have private elevators in this building.
Oh, nice. To every unit, even the 2-bed?
Every unit has private elevators, and you also have an assigned storage with every unit.
Oh, nice.
We're selling them after. They come included with the units. And most of my storages are actually on the same floor as your unit, which is very convenient.
Nice. What's the average size for those storage units?
Some of them I've seen, they're like 8 feet by 10 feet.
Okay.
So they're decent size, and most of them are...
For all your golf clubs and coat and ski gear.
Your luggage, those big things you don't want taken up in your beautiful walk-in closet here.
Right.
Yeah.
So the unit basically come finished with the floors. What about closets? Are they going to finish the closets, or it's up to the buyer?
Yeah, so your primary closet actually comes finished already by the developer. Custom design, of course, by Tristan Auer. So I think you'll agree it's absolutely beautiful, stunning closet. Obviously, they don't come furnished, right? So we don't have any furniture. Basically, the flooring inside, the flooring on the terrace, your primary closet, and of course, our beautiful bathrooms as well.
Yeah, amazing. Wow. So we talk about the kitchen, we talk about the ceiling, the terrace. What else am I missing here?
So we do also have, when we look at the master bedroom, you're also going to notice we do have these really cool midnight bars in every single primary bedroom, which is fantastic. It has a little sub-zero refrigerator. So in case you want to stock it with water or set up a coffee station, you don't have to walk all the way to your...
I like that you say stock it up with water versus wine. Right. I like if you need a midnight bar, that's questionable.
Of course. In our primary bathrooms, you'll notice a lot of attention to detail, like the beautiful travertine on the wall when you first come in, the Cipollino marble, and we even have a sauna inside of our large 5-bedroom units. They actually have a sauna already integrated into the floor plan, so you'll actually even see our sample sauna here.
It's very, very nicely done. It's very expensively done, and I appreciate nice finishes and not like the typical cookie cutter, because this is very unique. I mean, I can tell, it's so beautiful, just the little details.
Yeah. I mean, the developer understands that you only get one chance at a property like this. You don't have two properties with 5 acres on a tip of an island. So they're really going all out when we talk about the finishes, the design, the amenities, because it is going to be a legendary project for Miami.
Beautiful. So let's talk about Mandarin Oriental. I know the brand, but for someone who doesn't know the brand, which I don't know where they live, but anyway, let's talk about it.
Yeah, so Mandarin Oriental, it's definitely one of the legendary hospitality brands. What's nice about this project, it is the only Mandarin Oriental in Miami. And fun fact is that the Mandarin Oriental that we just closed was actually the first 5-star hotel in Miami, was that Mandarin Oriental.
Great brunch place, by the way. But with the new one, I'm sure they're going to make it even better.
Of course. The new one being the new flagship, but the brand is so widely recognized around the world and synonymous with ultra luxury and service. That's kind of why a lot of clients gravitate towards this project. They know it's going to be something unique when you talk about services, but also the location is really unbeatable to match it with an amazing brand and an amazing developer.
Yeah, so it's a project that's going to be 5 years away. Think about 2029, 2030. If I'm a buyer and I'm going to put my deposit, which we're going to talk about deposit structure shortly. But how can, I know the developer, so let's put ease to the buyer. Why you can trust this developer? Because you never know, right?
You never know. So I always mention that the most important piece when you're looking at any new construction project is going to be the developer, right? Regardless of brand, architect, developer is the most important piece to any of the things. Here we have Swire. Swire is one of the 200 largest companies in the world.
Yeah, they're not going anywhere.
They're not going anywhere. The company's been around for a long time. They've been building in Miami for over 40 years, and they've been dedicated to the area of Brickell, right? Single-handedly transforming it with Brickell City Center and this beautiful island of Brickell Key. So Swire is one of the few developers that actually typically does one project at a time, right? So you never really see them doing like 5-7 projects within the same city at a time. Here, we're kind of just do one at a time because they're very focused on the quality and the finishes and everything that they can be delivering to the client.
Right.
So a lot of our buyers actually are repeat buyers from other projects that Swire developed, like Brickell City Center or from here on the island.
They already have the loyalty to the developer. They know what they're getting. There is no surprises. There are no surprises. 5 years deposit structure. Today I'm coming and I'm writing your check. I wish. I'm buying a 3-bedroom. Wait, before that actually, how big is the 3-bedroom and the 4-bedroom square footage?
So the 2 bedrooms are 2,300 square feet is the smallest one. My smallest 3-bedroom is about 2,600 square feet, but it'll get some of them as big as 3,900 square feet. And then my 4 bedrooms are about 4,300 square feet up to 4,600 square feet. And then the 5 bedrooms are about 5,800 square feet. They're large units with very large.
Amazing. Yeah. So deposit structure.
So deposit structure works like this. It's a 40% deposit that's spread out throughout the life of construction, right? So it's basically 10% now at contract to take a unit off the market for you, 10% in 3 months, okay? Another 10% when we start construction, which will be next year, and then another 10% once construction hits the last floor, the top off.
So you have plenty of time to sell all your crypto and and NFTs.
Exactly.
To come and put it at Mandarin Oriental.
100%.
So 40%, which is standard to all the projects. Obviously, you got more time here.
Yeah.
But wow, this is so beautiful. I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh, you know, I wanted to ask you, because I know it's a 60 plus stories. What is the lowest floor that we can start? Because I feel like sometimes even when you're on the water, actually not bad to be lower floor because you feel like closer to the ocean.
Yeah. So the lowest floor here is the 5th floor, right? That's the lowest floor for our units. But imagine this beautiful view that you have here is not even the height of the lobby, because the lobby will actually be built higher than this, so that way we keep the privacy necessary for the residents. And then on unit 5 is where the unit starts. So
beautiful.
Even a low floor, I completely agree with you. Low floors also have beautiful, amazing views, because you kind of feel like a house on the water,
right? With
all the amenities. But also the high floors are beautiful as well. But you can't go wrong. Essentially, they're all going to have great views. Just a matter of price point and size that you're looking for. On the first collection, which is like the bottom section, you have 5 units per floor.
Perfect.
And then if you go to the next collection, it'll become 4 per floor. Then it'll become 3 per floor, and then it'll become...
And then your $100 million buyer up there by itself.
And then the fantastic...
Ken Griffin, where are you? You're going to tell me, he came to see the project. I'm kidding, this guy buys everything. Anyways, wow, thank you so much for having me.
Of course.
Please comment, like, subscribe. If you have any questions, send me an email, maya@mayavander.com. I can send you all the information about Mandarin Oriental. And thank you for taking the time. This is a wow with capital. I love this project.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much,
And anything you need, we're here.
Thank you so much.